Good morning to everyone, and a very warm welcome to Open Source Conference 2021, organized by Samsung Electronics and IEEE Comstock Bank. Developer session supported by SourceCon, Samsung Open Source Conference, media partner Open Source India. Hope everyone is doing well and safe. Second wave of pandemic had affected more than one could have imagined. Hope things get better and we'll be back to normal life soon. We will be together today for around 5.5 hours, and this is the agenda. So why open source? Well, answer is known to all of us. But let us see what the status of open source in India is. These are recent news that most of us have read. India is one of the fastest growing country in terms of open source contributions today. Around 1.8 million new developers were added in last year as per GitHub data. And I'm sure there are more numbers in just last couple of months as well, which we are yet to see. And the government as well believes in open source. CoWIN application, which has been used for COVID-19 vaccine drive, has gained popularity in many countries. And our government has decided to open source the source code so that anybody can use it. And when it comes to Samsung, one can visit opensource.samsung.com to see the open source work in Samsung. Our journey in open source started with Linux kernel contributions and is almost 2.5 decades ago. So far, there has been contribution to 110 plus projects, and we are growing. We have open source experts present in around 8 global R&D centers. Today's theme is around communication. And what you see below are a couple of projects where Samsung has a presence in terms of contribution leadership roles. Cloud Native Computing Foundation, LFH, ORAN-SC, Open Networking Automation Platform, Robotics, Tizen, and many more. Tizen has been an operating system of Samsung, which is powering smart appliances. We will hear a lot today about Cloud Native, LFH, ORAN-SC, ONAP, and many more such projects. Communication is becoming basic need of life, and pandemic has proved it big way. When it comes to telecommunications in India, one of the recent surveys showed India has 1.1 billion mobile connections. And around 2.6% alone was added in last 1 year. And one thing to note is an individual can have more than one mobile connection, which means there are many more yet to adopt mobile connections. 624 million internet users. This actually opens the doors to so many business verticals. Smart city, security, data, and many more. We'll be hearing a lot in today's sessions through panels, through tech talks, through developer sessions. With this, I would like to invite Dr. Aloknath De as the chair of IEEE Comstock Bangalore to share a few words. Dr. Alok, over to you.
Thank you, Dwarka, and very good morning to all of you. As IEEE Comstock Bangalore chair, it is my pleasure to welcome you on this Saturday morning for this open source conference. Last year, IEEE Comstock Bangalore and Samsung together, we did a first edition. It was a workshop of 3 to 4 hours. This year, we thought we will meet physically, but we still have to do virtual. And we have expanded the scope in a mini conference format. Today's theme is 5G, IoT, and edge computing. IEEE Comstock Bangalore chapter has been involved in various technical as well as non-technical professional growth areas. 5G, we started 5 years back or even more to organize many workshops many sessions on the technical architecture, the data platform, the security. And as we continue that, in recent time, we have also added the deployment challenges. As you all know, 5G is getting deployed worldwide, and even India is gearing it up for these deployments and trials. So we have also picked up topics around that. Not just 5G, going beyond on the Wi-Fi dimensions and non-terrestrial networks, beyond 5G. And recently we conducted a 6G workshops, and we have a plan to go bigger format 6G summit, intelligent reflecting surfaces. And topics like this, we have been nurturing continuously. So that's on our technical front. Then we also take care in this pandemic time, students, professionals that are in difficult conditions. So coping with stress, their career development, we recently organized an Ask Us Anything kind of format, and also a professional growth. How does people move from student membership to membership to senior membership to fellowships? These are the kind of things we have a second stream that's covering. And the last part of it is intellectual property and a lot of open innovations with startups, with universities. All these are going on. But one such topic is open source. That's our theme today. It is an emerging format of open innovation in a big way in the world. Obviously, some companies have been doing for a long period, but it's emerging much stronger. So leading MNCs and even startups are building around them. There is a movement that's happening, and Samsung is no exceptions, as Dwarka presented few of the things in which we are contributing, and we'll talk more subsequently. Today's conference, I'm very pleased to have speakers from IEEE SA Open, the Linux Foundations, and Red Hat. Also, we have panelists where we will talk about global developments, but India context. And then we have specific developer sessions around this 5G, IoT, and edge computing. Our media partner is going to be covering all of this in Open Source India magazine and their website. And we will be getting into this, but I'm very happy to have partnerships with Samsung and IEEE ComSoc Bangalore, which is very well recognized in, we had last 2 years, best chapter in the R10 region. And recently we have also done a global summer school on beyond 5G and IoT human machine communications. So with that kind of expertise that we have in IEEE, and thanks to Samsung for coming up and sponsoring, and we have set a good agenda. I'll be back in the panel discussions. And for now, I hand over to Dwarka again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alok. We had a very good start.